What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today I want to talk about something I've been seeing in the community, I guess as of late, with the release of Ganyu and Ganyu doing a lot of damage, and people saying that Ganyu is a really good main DPS and stuff like that. There has been people that have started to talk about, oh, well, I don't think Xiao's going to be a good character, or I don't think Hu Tao's going to be a good character. And the reason why I don't think these people, these characters are going to be good characters is because Ganyu does a lot of damage. And since Ganyu does a lot of damage, why would I want Xiao when I can just get... It doesn't make sense to me. Not at all. Not at all. Here's the thing about Xiao that a lot of people need to understand, right? Because a lot of people seem to think he's only good at C6, right? Like he's just apparently unusable unless you have him C6, which I don't understand at all, right? We've already, number one, we've seen multiple Xiao gameplays, but not even talking about the gameplays or the numbers, right? Just talking about the base stuff that's factual information, right? The base stuff that's factual information. Number one, he's a spear user, so he's already going to be put in a category that has really good weapons, like Crescent Pike, which I know he does a Nemo damage on his ult, but outside of that, he's going to be doing physical damage, and we don't know if they're going to change his ult or whatever. Crescent Pike's a really good weapon. They have some more spears coming along. Skyward Spine's really nice. The best spear in the game, which is his spear, Primordial Jade Spear, which is a really good weapon as well. On top of looking at his kit, the man has 2 dashes. Both dashes do damage, but both dashes don't do that much damage. That should already tell you all of his damage is going to be placed on his auto attacks, right? Now, moving on from that, his ultimate doesn't do any damage itself. His ultimate just makes him transform, or he puts a mask on, whatever you want to call it, and the damage comes from what? His auto attacks. So a lot of these things should already be telling you how he's going to be played and what his kit's going to look like moving forward. Now, everyone knows what his kit is, right? Like, it's not a leak, it's not a secret. We all know his kit. Like I said, his E is dash, his ult just enhances him as a character. So, it's not like he's built to be a tank or a support or whatever. He's clearly a DPS unit. A lot of people talk about, oh, well, he won't do more damage than Ganyu. The thing about him doing more damage or not doing more damage than Ganyu is a character's only going to do as much damage as you build them, right? Because you could be free to play and your Xiao not do that much damage, or you could be free to play and you lucked out, got a 5-star weapon, got really good substats, and your Xiao do a lot of damage. You could be a whale and not pull for a weapon or not have a good weapon and he not do a lot of damage because you farmed artifacts and got bad rolls, or you could be a whale and pulled for every weapon and got amazing. It doesn't matter whether you're free to play whale, it doesn't matter if it's Xiao or another character. A lot of how good your character is going to be depends solely on how you build them and what you do to the character. My Zhongli, very commonly, right? And if you watch my streams, you can attest to this. Very commonly, his ult hits for 100,000. Just commonly. Now, I know some people are going to say, oh, well, DS, you're a whale. It doesn't count because blah, 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 blah. Listen, long story short, my Zhongli hits for 100,000, and his ult is only at 11. I can get his ult all the way up to 15, right? So it's like a lot of these things. So like, if let's say you've saved your crowns and then you invest all your crowns into Xiao's auto attacks, right? You get his, auto attacks up to like plus 12. He's going to be doing a lot of damage. Same thing with Ganyu. You get her talent levels all the way up to plus 12 or whatever. You give her a really good build, she's going to do damage. A lot of people seem to think if you don't do the most damage in the game, your character sucks. That is not how the game is played. I mean, y'all should see this. I've mained Beto as main DPS, cleared everything in the game. I use Zhongli currently as main DPS, even though he doesn't have like a main DPS build. It's an ult spam build, right? Like I'm running him with like energy recharge cup. But like my point is, I'm not running any units on my team that dish out insane amount of damage constantly, right? It's not like I'm running D-Luke doing 50k melt every time he touches an enemy. But I'm still clearing all of the content. I still can do all of the content. It's not like I'm not getting anything out of it. right? So if Xiao's, let's say Xiao's damage is a little bit less than Ganyu's. Why does that matter, right? He's a completely different character, different element. On top of him being all of those things, he's a spear user, he's an Adeptus. If you want Xiao, or if you like Xiao, go for Xiao because of who Xiao is. Don't go for Xiao or not go for Xiao because of who another character is. It doesn't make sense, right? Especially with this being a PvE game, you guys are going to have to understand that your enjoyment is the first thing that you should be going for. Your enjoyment. I see all of these people talking about numbers and how D-Luke hits this hard, or Child hits this hard, or Child and D-Luke are not that good anymore because Ganyu hits this hard, or whatever the case may be, and it just doesn't make sense. Because at the end of the day, you want to have fun, you want to enjoy yourself. So for all the people, I like Xiao. Xiao is the first DPS character that I like. I don't care for D-Luke. I mean, I think Kaching's cool, so maybe that counts. But anyways, I don't care for D-Luke. I don't care for Child. I don't care for Ganyu. That's just me personally. Now, Xiao just looks cool to me. Right? Not saying I'm going to get him C6 or anything. I'm going to get him C0. I'm just get one copy, and then I'll get one copy of Primordial Jade, because I know they're going to drop it on the weapon banner. There's no way they don't drop Primordial Jade on the weapon banner whenever Xiao's out. So I'm going to get just one of each for him, and I'm going to max build him. I'm probably going to build him to 90, and he's probably going to be my main DPS, right? So, and especially with Zhongli getting the HP buffs, I might put a little bit more HP on him. I don't know, we'll see. But all I'm saying is, if you want to go for a character or summon for a character, do it because you like that character, right? Hu Tao's coming out. A lot of people talking about Hu Tao is going to be better than Xiao. Why does it matter? Right? And I mean, I guess there's those like elitist players that want to get the maximum damage output possible. And for those people, that's what they enjoy, right? They're happy with getting the most damage in the game. So for those people, they're perfectly fine. But for all the people that actually want to join the game for something else, then do that, right? I've seen so many people talk about over the course of the 3 months the game's been out, I've seen so many people talk about, oh, well, everyone says D-Luke is the best character and the top unit. They re-rolled for weeks and months for D-Luke. They pulled D-Luke, and then they find out they don't really like D-Luke. And they've wasted a month or so of re-rolling for a character they don't enjoy. They missed the Venti banner. Now they can't get Venti. It's all of this stuff, you know? And so, like, my best advice to anybody is play the game for your enjoyment, please. Now, if you want Ganyu, get Ganyu. If you want Xiao, get Xiao. The character's not even out yet. So, like, we don't know how strong he is. You know? Before Ganyu came out, people weren't saying anything about her like that. People were simping, but people weren't saying anything about her damage as much as being a top damage dealer. She comes out, everyone's talking about it. We don't know what Xiao's going to look like. We don't know what Hu Tao's going to look like. And for anyone that doesn't understand why I'm saying this, we got units. If you guys don't know, we have not had all the Archons come to the game. There are literal, the Fire Archon is literally the Archon of War, right? Right? You have all the names right here. They talk about it in the manga. Venti talks about it. As you can see right here, Venti seems to know her well, describes her as a wayward, warmongering wretch. And in the manga, the Traveler says she's also the Lady of War. Like, we have multiple characters that are going to be coming, right? The Electro Archon, the Fire Archon, you know, a whole bunch of more Adeptus, whoever, right? So it's like, play the game for your enjoyment, not because someone said a character hits harder than another character. Long story short, right? I just wanted to get that out the way because I've seen so many people talking about it, and it's like, it just, play it for your enjoyment, and you will enjoy Genshin so much more if you stop looking at what other people say and do and play for yourself. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.